Okay, so continue. Sif number 11. It is mitzvah to run when one goes to synagogue or a study hall, or when going to perform any of the other mitzvahs. As the verse in Hosea states, let us pursue the knowledge of HaShem. And it is written elsewhere in Tehillim 1:19-32, I will run in the ways of your commandments. Therefore, even on Shabbos, when otherwise it is forbidden to run, it is permitted to run to fulfill mitzvah. Okay. However, inside of the synagogue itself and inside the study hall, it is forbidden to run. Okay, so let's stop here and try to understand. So I was okay. There is one commentary. So let's read commentary and explain. So Mishnah Brura points out that since it is a mitzvah to run to pray, one should certainly not to tarry away to the synagogue, engage in a personal conversation with his friends. However, one should not run in the streets populated by non-Jews, for they would mock him. Okay. So two things that we can learn from this Mishnah Brura. So when you go to the synagogue, so don't stop for chatter with somebody, ask him how are you and stuff like that. It says that you have to run. You have to run with concentration to do mitzvah. Okay, at least if you don't run, you walk faster. At least you walk faster than usual, right? And it's any time when you go to the lecture, like to the prayers, it does not make any difference. So, but not in front of the goyim. So the custom that I saw that people would do, so they would do like last, I don't know, like 10 steps. 10 steps, like 20 feet, whatever, that they would like run a little. Not run, but like show that they like closer to the door of the shul, so they show that they run. Because if they start running 3 blocks away, so nobody knows what he's running for. You understand? He's trying to get a bus or whatever. I don't know. Right?
So I have a question though. Sorry. You're not allowed to run on Shabbos, but the only exception to the rule is if you run to the shul.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So it says on Shabbos it's a special day. So even like you walking style should be different. So because like during the day you're in a rush. Right, you finish praying. Some people don't even finish praying. They run out of the shul because they have to beat the traffic, this and that. It's like we're all under the stairs. But at Shabbos, we have to see Shabbos like all of the work are finished. So, and one might ask himself, what do you mean finished? I have this 6 months project. It's the day 2. What do you mean finished? No, it's finished for today. Up to now, it's finished completely. Whatever we had to complete until today, you will complete it 100%. So basically, to give you peace of mind. So when people walk fast or run around, even if it's their nature. So me personally, I walk very fast, right? So it's my nature to walk very fast, but I try to slow down myself. So to show it's a day of rest. You're not going to be late anywhere. So I mean, of course, you wake up early and you prepare and you leave your house on time for a synagogue, so you don't have to run. So, but basically, okay. And then second thing, do not run in the shul. So basically, you have to always rebuke these children, not even children, like teenagers who like to run in the shul. So it's not appropriate, even for a mitzvah. In some sense, you have to walk maybe a little faster. To give you an example, when you call you up to the Torah. So you show your enthusiasm, so you're very excited that you're being called up to the Torah. So you walk a little faster. That's it. You get up fast, walk, and that's it. But when you go from the Torah, so first of all, you're taking the longest route. So going to the Torah, you're going fast, right? Taking all of the possible shortcuts to go there faster. But when you go from the Torah, you go the longest route. And you go slow because you don't want to depart from that.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, continue. So if guys, any questions, please stop whenever.
Thank you.
Anytime you want. Okay. When one comes to the entrance of the synagogue, he should pause for a moment. So, and not to enter abruptly. Okay. One should also feel if he should draw back and be afraid of the splendor of the greatness of HaShem, may his name be blessed. So that's a second thing. When you come to the synagogue, you have to know why you're there, and a miniature Beis HaMikdash, right? So, and Hashem's Shekhinah is there. And we learned last time, and we said, very interesting, be first, be of the first 10 people, because Shekhinah is there. So when 10 people come, Shekhinah is there, and they greet the Shekhinah, and they get reward for all other people who comes. Okay, so they Kitzur say you have to like slow down, understand. So I was going like fast through all of the streets, but now I'm in that place. Mm-hmm. And with his feeling and this feeling, she should recite the verse, as for me, through your abundance, kindness, etc. Let's see what is the continuation. 1 second. Okay, so they give the whole verse. So it says it's from Tehillim 5:8, right? The full verse reads, as for me, through your abundant kindness, I will enter your house. I will prostrate myself toward your holy sanctuary in awe of you. So that's so people who do not who just read Tehillim without understanding it, for me, like I see it's almost waste of time. Almost. I mean that they say there is a spiritual power, but to understand Tehillim, it's unbelievable. Like how much wisdom in there. Okay.
For sure. Rabbi Mizrachi has a very good.
Yes. So there is. So he went through the Medrash Tehillim.
Are you allowed to read the Tehillim at night? By the way,
say it again.
Is it permissible to recite Tehillim at night?
At night, okay. Okay, all right. So let me explain why. Do you know why asking this question? Okay. All right, I'm going to explain. So it says that Moshe Rabbeinu received the Torah during the day. So it says that the appropriate time for studying written Torah is during the day. And the oral Torah we receive during the night. So the appropriate time for studying of oral Torah, like Talmud and Mishnah and Halacha, like whatever we do, that this is oral Torah, right? So at night.
Yeah.
So they say, and sometimes some parts of the night it's not appropriate to read Tehillim. We're going to get to it. I don't want to give you around times, like from which time to that time. But
sorry, Rabbi, is that the time that is before Chatzot, right between sunset?
I think it's before Chatzot because of there is a time of the judgment.
Yeah, because people usually recite the Tikkun Chatzot afterwards, which includes
exactly. So before. Exactly. So, but there is a specific time. So we're going to get to it. Topic one day. Okay, so basically, if you study, if you learning, for example, if you like we just did, right? So we took one verse and we tried to understand what does it mean and why David HaMelech actually wrote it, right? So that's now no problem. It's studied. So try to avoid. But if you need to pray for a sick person, for example, that's a separate story. So you can write. Okay. So I'll continue. The recitation of this verse, right, as we just said, of this verse serves as a form or a requesting permission to enter the house of HaShem. So you can ask HaShem, I'm here. I'm acknowledging greatness. Can I please enter? And only afterwards should he enter with awe and fear, in the manner of one who has the audience with the king. So today, they say, what are our rabbis explain? What's the audience? They always say king. What does it mean, king? And if he's not king, I have I should feel different. They say yes. So the definition of the king, and they say when they ask the question, is the president of the country of US, for example, the most powerful man in the world, right? Is a king or not? Is he? right? So they say, some say yes, but most of the authorities say he's not. So the definition of the king, so he can kill you on the spot.
Yes. Yeah.
He does not have to ask anybody if they advice.
Only in like the Arab countries you have situations.
Exactly. So you disrespect this king, boom, you off goes your head. So
you have the king of Morocco is, I think, a good example. You know, you can.
That's it. So exactly. So when you're going to talk to such a person, okay, you can call him arrogant. You can this. It does not make any difference, right? So you're going to choose your words very carefully. Right. So here in they can insult the president, they say this, whatever they want to, but to the king, they're not going to say. Why? Because he said this guy, kill him now.
Yeah, then the king is for life. There's no election, and there's a royal family. And
yes. So that's the definition of the king. So when you go to the audience with this to see the king, so he can grant you life. He can grant any of your wishes. So he doesn't have to ask the judges, does not have to see it's fair, not fair, this or that. It does not apply to the king. So you're going to talk to someone in this authority. Right? That's how a person has to feel when he comes to the show. Not to say hi to this one and yell and scream and be loud and obnoxious. That's not right. No.
Sorry, Rabbi, I have a quick question. Does that rule still apply if you're going to pray at home?
Of course. So every time when, as we said before, every time you pray Shemona Esrei, you stand in front of the king.
Yeah.
So he's listening to you. It's different when you have a minyan, so Shekhinah comes and stuff like that. So godly presence always there during the whole prayer, right? But at home, it's not on that level. But still, when you pray Shemona Esrei, you have to know, so I have some people, they ask me same questions periodically, every few months. Every few months, what is... So the guy is asking me, he said, is it possible, is it okay if I pray in slippers? At home, he prays in slippers. And I told him, no, it's not okay. You dress up with your shoes, the dress shoes, whatever, the way you would go to the synagogue. What the difference does it make? You stand in front of the king. If you stand in front of the king, so you dress appropriately. If you don't stay in front of the king, so why should you pray?
Yeah. I have a question when it comes to, very recently we had Tisha B'Av. Now on Tisha B'Av, most of the people, I mean, even including me, I wore slippers, for example, right? Is that an appropriate thing? Because, there's a fine line.
So you see, in our days and age, I would say that there's so many shoes that are made of synthetic fabrics. So why do you wear slippers?
You're right, of course.
Yeah, so there is maybe in some other generation, even another generation, they have other from other materials, from canvas, from other things. But it's not appropriate.
I'll tell you why exactly. My reasoning was that because you feel in those shoes, you don't feel the same effect of the fast, it's supposed to be. It's not, it's a time of mourning. So maybe that's why. But I think it's important to keep this in mind. Yeah.
But you see, the mourning has to come from within.
Yeah, you're right.
So these shoes are, for example, on Tisha B'Av, we have tradition that we don't use pillows. So I would use a bath towel, and when you use it as a towel, it's good and nice and comfy. But to sleep on it, it's almost like a rock. So it's very uncomfortable. To remind yourself, but basically, these shoes, it's not. I mean, if person so people try to find all of the leniencies, right? All of this that somebody allow this, allow that during these 9 days or these 3 weeks, and there is always leniency. But the point is that you have to understand what we lost.
Yeah.
So the point is not to avoid leniencies, but try to get the main idea.
Just a quick question on something previously. So, you said that one should not. I mean, it says in the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, you should not stand and sit next to a wicked person during the prayers. Now, person who usually comes and makes a lot of noise and makes all this is talking.
Yeah.
Is that classified as a wicked person?
I think so.
Even though he could be the biggest chacham.
He's many times, and sometimes he said, you see, sometimes he talks. I mean, he said like a short remark, but for me it's like a prophecy. I would ask him, how did he know, Rabbi? How did he know? So he said many times, and sometimes in the shuls that the biggest talker is a rabbi.
Yeah.
So I'm praying in the shul, right, and it's nice and quiet and sharp, and somebody comes and start talking. So we shish him, we knock on the bench, and who is that, a rabbi? So he came late, and he's trying to be nice. He's trying to be nice to everybody. Stop it. After downing to finish, go to be nice with everybody, or come 20 minutes before and socialize. I mean, not in the middle of the prayer. So that these people, so basically they disregard, so that they say Shekhinah is not here. And halacha is you must rebuke them, and if you're in position, so just kick them out of the shul. Insulting publicly. That is Shulchan Aruch says clearly. Mishnah Brura confirms that you allowed to insult them publicly, even though in all other cases it says if you insult somebody publicly, you lose your share in the world to come. It says clearly, it's like you kill him, right? On one hand, on another hand, when somebody is talking to the shul, so he chases the Shekhinah away. So you have to choose. You want to be nice, or you want to be nice to this guy, or you want to be nice to your father in heaven. So the choice is clear.
That's it.
You understand? Mm-hmm. So that's Baruch Hashem in the shul that I go now. So people trying to not to talk and shish each other. So I mean, I think it's amazing. The only one problem is a rabbi, unfortunately.
Sorry, I have a quick question also. Adding on to Yeshay's question, what happens if you enter the shul, you're about to pray, but someone says hi to you, how are you, things like this?
Yeah.
Can you respond out of courtesy, or do you just let them?
Okay, so we didn't get to it, but it's a separate subject. Whatever you ask, it's a separate topic. Is in the Kitzur and all of the halacha when you are allowed to greet somebody first, right? And when you're allowed to respond, and even sometimes during the Shema. Right? During the Shema, if you know that there is a person, so now we don't have such a people. But in the olden days, so if somebody like you're afraid, this guy is going to kill you, simply, right? See, or hurt you, stuff like that. So after the fear, you're allowed to respond to him.
Oh, okay.
So today, so we're talking about Shalach. So now fast forward to today. So basically, it's not appropriate to talk in a shul. So if you say hi and it's going to finish there, no problem. So hello.
Maybe let's say if you say yeah or nod your head, is that?
Yeah. That's what I do. I do like this and nod my hand. That's it. So many years ago. So I need the miracle, right? I needed the miracle. And how do you get the miracle? You do something like out of ordinary, right? Yes. So I decided, and I heard from Rabbi Mizrachi. So he said clearly. It was like 1 second. Like 1.5 seconds, he said, and how do you know what to say in a shul? Right? How do you know? Only what it says in Siddur. If it does not say in the Siddur, you're not allowed to say. You know, the Rabbi Mizrachi very straightforward. And it's that line shocked me, and I needed miracle. So I called Rabbi Mizrachi and I said, Rabbi, what do you say if I'm going to accept upon myself not to talk in the shul? Right? I mean, there is like, of course, it could be like, you sleep and stuff like that, but if I say I'm not good. So he gave me the big blessing, Baruch Hashem. So many years I've been not talking the shul at all. So and everybody gets used to. Everybody got used to, even though you go to the next shul. So you just show that I'm not talking. Whatever, I'm not talking. Maybe I'm crazy. I'm not talking. Whatever. So if they need to ask my name to call me to the Torah, it's one thing. Yeah. Right? But otherwise, there is no reason. I'm not a rabbi. I'm not a gabbai. I'm nobody. I don't have a key from the Torah. I mean, what to talk about? Go ahead.
So yeah, I have a question. See, the main thing is really the restriction for not talking is really during the davening, right? During the prayer time.
Yes.
So let's say what happens that majority of the tzibur has already prayed, and then you have a few people who are still praying. And then you know what? Because people have the natural habit, they just immediately they begin to start talking once they're waiting for Elul Shabbat to be over. They could do it quickly and then start talking.
Yes.
So is it like a good idea? Obviously you try to avoid, if you want to be, but let's say as a majority of the tzibur, are they allowed to start talking if let's say a few people haven't finished the tefillah?
It's never appropriate to talk dvar hol, regular conversation. It says clear in Shulchan Aruch, not allowed to talk any mundane words in a shul, period, in a sanctuary. So it's halacha. So people do it? No. Most people still talking, and with that, especially with that tefillin on, it's a big awareness. So basically, you want to talk, go to the kitchen, go to the hall, right? Go socialize, take off your tefillin, go socialize for 1 hour. But not in a sanctuary. That's a big problem. So me personally, I accepted upon myself many years ago, and Baruch HaShem, it works very well for me. So nobody there are some people. The guy just came, and everybody would come and say hello and ask this question. You understand? Trying to be nice. Nobody comes to me, and they know I'm not going to answer. Whatever they can insult me. That does not make any difference. So, and after sometimes, after 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, people get used to it. They leave you alone. It's like the story with Rabbi Akiva. You know the story with Rabbi Akiva and donkey.
Yeah.
They don't pay attention to you, like you don't exist. You understand? So that's I would recommend this approach. But if you need further guidance, let me know. But it's Hashem did many miracles for me after I accepted this upon myself. If you're in a position of authority, you need the key. You have to. There's a problem with the bathroom. There's no tissue. This and that. That's a different story. But don't be in position of authority, basically.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So continue. Okay. Okay.
Those communities.
Go ahead.
No, I'm reading from where you.
Yeah. Okay. So in those communities where the Jews have their own streets, it is a mitzvah to wrap oneself in talis and tefillin in his home, and go dressed in this way in a synagogue. So it's actually Shulchan Aruch says clearly. So if you live in such a places, so you say all of the blessings, all of the morning blessing, all of those karbonos at home, right? You put on tefillin. Of course, if you look at Siddur, it's very simple. The blessing on tefillin and talit they come before the morning blessings.
Yes. And even
right? So it's not. They did not make any mistakes in this Siddur. They know exactly, because it's a Shulchan Aruch. They say clearly. So they say if you can do that, so that's appropriate to do that. So you put your talit, your tefillin at home, and you go to the synagogue. However, in those places where Jews live among the nations, or if one would need to pass through the Dory streets, okay, we don't have the Dory streets today, for example, the ones that they were talking about. In order to reach the synagogue, he should rather wrap himself in a talis and tefillin in an anteroom of the synagogue, meaning do not even enter the synagogue. So when you enter to meet Shekhinah, so you're completely prepared. Okay, so we don't do that, but it's a different story. So we actually go to the synagogue with tefillin there. Okay, but the proper way is when you go into the sanctuary, so you're completely prepared. It is a worthy practice to enter the synagogue wrapped in tzitzis. There is in a talis and a crown with tefillin. So this tefillin is called our crown. So you never So if when you wear a talis, so don't ever cover the tefillin, right? Even you wear the talis over your head, don't ever cover. So make sure that it's in the cover. This on a tefillin on your hand, it's proper to cover it, right? It's proper. So don't buy like very tight shorts, so you cannot pull your sleeve over, right?